So, as in, there is a lot of focus on, like, whenever I go and interact with students or faculty, right? There's a lot of focus on what are the tools I should train the students on, and the industry is evolving so fast. I teach a tool today, the guy is going to come out 2 years from now, and then the tool is gone. So, what do I do? And, the skills I teach are also kind of becoming obsolete. So, I believe that the mindset is what the school should inculcate, but not the tools, because tools can be learned. A tool is a tool at the end of the day. So that I wanted to understand from you, what is the right mindset for somebody entering into like a highly competitive market, or a fast growth market like EV.
So I think from an institute's point of view, you have to inculcate the habit of learning in the students, right? Because I think in the next 5 to 10 years, all industries will rapidly change, and I don't think anybody can predict where an industry is going to reach, what kind of tools will be used, what kind of tech is going to be used, what the nature of the industry is going to be, whether the industry will exist or not, right? So students passing out right now will have to have a habit of learning, continuously learning, right? And it's not just tools. They'll have to keep an eye on changes happening in the surroundings, changes happening in the industry, even be aware of policy changes, because as you know, policies can kill certain sectors, right? So firstly, be in the habit of learning. Two is, if you think you are going to enter a very competitive space, then analyze the direction of that space, saying, okay, for example, in transportation, right? People have been talking about autonomous vehicles for at least 20 years now, right? Now it is becoming a reality. You will see it becoming live in the next 1 or 2 years in certain cities in the US and China. In China, I believe there are already autonomous taxi fleets which have come out, right? So you have to at least have an understanding of where certain spaces are going, be ready to accept that okay, things are going to change far more drastically than what even I am aware of or what I've been taught of, and then try and adapt to that situation. So from a skill point of view, the biggest skills that a student should have is the habit of learning, continuously being updated about industry changes, policy changes. You can even, I mean, policy changes might be a big word for a student passing out right now, but you can just be in touch with peers or seniors from colleges, or even colleagues of your parents or relatives, right, who are working in competitive spaces, to see how they are trying to keep in touch with the industry. So all this points to a behavior or a habit of learning. I think that is the most important thing a student right now needs to have, from my point of view.
Got it. So actually, a follow-up question on that, right? So we were talking just before this began. We were talking about experienced talent and fresh talent coming into the industry. So we're talking about the larger section. So there are certain mindsets that the fresh talent has that is very important, or that is very advantageous for them when they start. And then there are certain strategies or certain mindsets that the old talent have that are hindering them. So what are the key mindsets or key advantages the fresh talent has over the existing talent that they can use to leverage and grow faster in career?
What he brought up earlier, the ability to unlearn at lightning pace, right? They will just forget and move on. That is a, I mean, that's an incredible talent to have for the next, that the next generation already has, right? We interviewed an MBBS candidate who spent 2 years learning data science after that and was very good at it, right? And we were shocked. Her, her education was in medicine, right? She unlearned it at lightning pace. Decided, no, I want to be in this space, right? That's, I mean, I don't think a 50-year-old can even think that he could have tried attempted this in 80s or 90s, right? It's impossible.
Okay.
So that's the skill I think that separates the next generation, their ability to unlearn super fast. The only thing they probably need to upskill would be in sticking on to learning something far deeper. The tendency also with this unlearning skill is that they learn something superficially and then it falls off. They keep jumping, right? And they can jump from sector to sector as well. But if you have to stick on and become, let's say, a founder down the line, or start your own company, or